you? I hope that all of you are fine. Thank you very much. Welcome you all to my class. I have brought this class for the student of secondary level, and this is Muhammad Ismail Hussain, Assistant Teacher, Government Jubilee High School, Sunamganj. Dear student, let's see what's here for today for you. What's it? I think that all of you are known to this object, and this is an axe, isn't it? Yes, this is an axe. And what is it used for? It is used for cutting wood, isn't it? Right. And let's see another picture. And who is this? Yes, this is a woodcutter, isn't it? Yes, it's a picture of a woodcutter. And what is this? It's an wood and a river. Okay, a wood near the river. And what's it here? You can see it's a fairy, isn't it? Right. Dear student, let's see what's our today's lesson. Our today's lesson is a story, an honest woodcutter. Our honesty is the best policy, and we find it in our writing part, completing story. Okay, completing story is a part that an incomplete part of a story given with some clues, and you have to complete the story accordingly, or logically you have to complete the story. Today we will learn how to write a story, and let's see, either we can write the story of an honest woodcutter, or honesty is the best policy. Okay, dear students, what will you learn today? I hope that after this lesson you will be able to tell story, ask and answer question, and write a story. Okay. Now, what have we seen here? Yes, I have brought some snapshot, and let's discuss it with now. Let's discuss this now. What can you see in the picture? Yes, once there lived an honest woodcutter in a wood. Once there lived an honest woodcutter in a wood. Then what happened? He used to cut wood to support his family by selling it in a market. He used to cut wood to support his family by selling it in the market. Then, the picture you can see, one day he went to the wood as usual by the side of a river. Okay, you can see in the picture. And what can you see now in the picture? Yes, you can see that he climbed up a tree and began to cut branches of the tree. Then, what can you see? Unfortunately, suddenly his axe slipped off his hand and fell into the river. Is it? Yes, you can see this. And the woodcutter became upset and said that, oh my God, what happened? And he cried out the woodcutter, oh my God, what happened? And he started crying, is it? He became very sad and began to cry like a child. Then what happened? He told himself, how will I cut wood, and what will happen to my family? I have no another axe, and I have no ability to buy a new axe. Is it? Then what we see? Yes, we see that just at that time a fairy appeared in front of him. Isn't it? Yes. And what does the fairy say? The fairy asked him, why are you crying? The woodcutter replies, oh fairy, do you want to hear me? Yes, said the fairy. Then the woodcutter told her the matter. Isn't it? Yes. And hearing everything, hearing the woodcutter, the fairy told him not to be worried. She then dived into the river. After a while, she appeared from the river with a silver axe with him, and asked him, "Is it your axe?" What was the answer of the woodcutter? The woodcutter, in the reply, the woodcutter said, "No, it's not mine." Then what happened? The fairy disappeared again and came back with a golden axe. Yes, you can see in the picture a golden axe in her hand. She asked the same to the woodcutter. But as the woodcutter was an honest man, he answered that it was not his axe. His original axe was wooden. Okay. After a while, the fairy came back with the iron axe and gave it to the woodcutter. He became very pleased with the fairy and thanked her. Isn't it? Yes, we saw in the story the same thing. The fairy told the woodcutter that she liked to give him all 3 eggs because he told the truth. The student, now all 3 eggs, the woodcutter got all the 3 eggs. Okay. Then the fairy gave him the 3 eggs and the woodcutter became pleased with the fairy and thanked her again. Now the woodcutter came back home delightfully and was awarded for his honesty. Is it? Dear student, if I give you some clothes, suppose if I give you some words of village, eggs, fairy, woodcutter, river, honest, pleased, to write a story, can you write it? I think that you can write it. You keep these keywords in your head: village, eggs, fairy, woodcutter, river, honest and pleased. Okay, and try to arrange them to make a story. Okay, if we were in a real class, we could do it in a group work. Okay, dear students. Now let's see how much have we learned from this. Can you tell me what is the story about? Can you tell me what is the story about? Yes, I think that you can tell me, because the story is about a woodcutter and a fairy, and it was about honesty is the best policy. Honest woodcutter. Where did the woodcutter live? The woodcutter lived in a forest, in a wood. How did he support his family? He supported family cutting wood and selling them in the market. Okay, he did it with a great hardship. What happened while cutting wood one day? Yes, he dropped his axe into the river. Why was he awarded by a fairy? Yes, he was awarded by a fairy for his honesty, isn't it? Right. So we have learned that honesty is the best policy, isn't it? So dear students, now your homework is write a story on honesty is the best policy. You can write it. Honesty is the best policy. And what is the moral of the story of today's? What's the moral of our today's story? Honesty is always awarded. Honesty is always rewarded, isn't it? Okay, dear students, thank you very much for being with us, and I hope that you have enjoyed my class, and keep practice of speaking, writing and speaking. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you once again.